Yo, episode 2 of the Midnight Mindset. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. Boys, how we feeling today?
Great as always.
Good. EJ, how you feeling?
Great as always is a crazy statement. I'm tired.
You tired?
I'm
You tired right now? What are you tired
today.
from?
Life.
Life? I'm
Yeah.
always tired, but it's how it be. You gotta take some caffeine
It's the
and
grind.
just keep rocking and rolling.
That's why they bust your hair, bro. What's going on?
Yeah.
Bro. Today's not the day, it's just
Get the little
nappy.
curls on the
Just-
side.
The dandruff is
This is what Yo, the dandruff.
Dandruff's
What
crazy.
what dandruff?
I see a little dandruff right there
Yeah, bro.
Where?
I'm telling you, bro.
on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's like
You use coconut oil, bro?
sometimes.
Always. Coconut oil is the move. You don't use coconut oil?
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can't. All right.
Crazy, bro. Look, what's going on with you, bro? You recording today at the gym or what?
I'm recording at the gym.
Why ain't you shave your legs,
I
bro?
didn't shave my legs today because I messed up. You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought you
But-
tried to capture
at
the
least,
aesthetics, bro.
Yeah, I am. But you know what I'm saying? I got it. I got the veins popping out today. It's cool.
Come on, what you buy a Manscaped for if you're not gonna use it?
You're right, but it's too small. Manscaped wouldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wax it this time.
What do you mean by that?
I would get it waxed. Nah, I'm playing. I'll figure it out. But I messed up today.
Can you imagine this guy with legs up in there and shit?
Nah.
What? Dude. No,
get, like, a full Brazilian wax, bro.
Repeat that like just one more time for me. Let me just understand what
I
you
just
did.
said, like, cause you know how you can get a Brazilian wax, right? And
Yeah.
usually,
But Brazilian
No,
wax
no,
is
but
different.
that's
than,
not what
like,
you
a
said.
regular
Though.
wax,
That's not what you
know?
said.
with the legs up in there. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know this. I don't know this topic much.
That's a wild
I don't know
thing.
either. I'm just.
I don't know anything about waxing. I went one time, got my eyebrows waxed, and that was it. I never went back again.
Wait, rewind. You went to the waxing center to do what?
To get my eyebrows waxed. I didn't say my nutsack.
You walked in there, right? You were just, yo, let me get my eyebrows waxed.
Yeah.
That's just common. Like,
Yeah, it's common. Girls get their eyebrows waxed all the time.
But you're not a girl, bro.
Bro, why are you looking at me like that? Obviously, I'm not a girl.
I'm just
but-
saying, like, if you want me to, like, categorize you, like, it's 2023, like, if
Hey,
you-
Nothing wrong with it, man.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
nothing
not-
wrong
I'm
with it
not- I
in
was just-
2023.
I was just
Wow,
judging,
we can't
excuse
even
me.
turn our phone off? What's going on?
It's my
a
creatine alarm.
Creatine.
Creatine alarm,
You
but
know,
he doesn't
6
even
o'clock.
take his creatine.
It's like
I've
my
never
birth
seen it.
control.
Look at this.
I actually take it before.
Look at this.
She take it today, or
Nah,
you
I
missed
forgot.
it.
I gotta take it later today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, been slacking a little bit.
Yo, speaking of what month it is this month, it is actually Men's Health Month this month.
That is very true.
Yeah, or it was either this month or last month. Either way, no one touched base on it. No one's really talked about it. I think we should. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Men's health, men's mental health.
Well, what you got in your mind?
Why don't we talk about why don't we talk about
Why you laugh at it?
like anxiety and stress for men first?
It's a tough topic.
Tough topic.
Yeah.
What stresses men out other than women or anyone else? What's different for us?
I think
In
it's
your
baggage. I think it's
Baggage?
Just, yeah, I mean, I think it's just intense baggage. I think it's just like we're very like I wouldn't say computerized, but it's like we sort things out. Not all men, but like it's more of like a list of things, like a to-do list. But like we just kind of are used to getting stuff done, like just like that, thing after thing. But it's like we don't. Are you laughing at what's on this water bottle?
Just keep going.
But we don't. I feel like we don't like focus. Can you just put it down? I feel like we just don't focus on like the amount of weight like a man has specifically. Like think about like I mean I can't really vouch, but like your dad, for example, like
What?
I can't. I can't look at him. Nah.
So look over there.
No.
This is a serious
But
topic.
I'm just no, yeah. But seriously, like like your dad, for example, like
Yeah.
I've noticed a couple things. And when I come over, he's a cool guy. Whatever, down to earth person. But obviously, I've noticed from day one, like the dude's bored. I mean, 100%.
Yes.
And it's like
Yes.
we get it, but it's like he's missing something, and it's not a job. It's not anything. It's something specifically he's missing because it's not something common like you spend time with your dad, but like I can see like the more times you're there, he likes it. Like it's engaging. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not something where he's like, oh, like he likes you around. And I'm not the one to speak
100%.
because like I'm not there all the time. I'm not talking about your family like that. But it's like like your dad needs something, and I've noticed that. And I'm not saying that to like vouch and be like,
No,
oh,
he
you're
needs
a,
something to do.
You do
He
know
needs
what?
something
yeah,
to
that,
do.
but like
You
also
know what I
like,
think it is, bro? I think your dad sees like himself in you, bro. Like what he could have became.
Oh, I agree.
That's what I
I
think.
that might be a
agree.
possibility.
I
I think that thing.
I also think that it's also a little bit like he wishes he was younger so that he could do more stuff with me too. Because like
Absolutely.
we didn't have that good of a relationship when I was growing up, and now we're starting to have more of a relationship. So it's
And would you say that you starting to go to the gym and stuff, and he's been going to the gym his whole life? Would you say that is maybe not the main thing that's brought you guys together, or would you say that's a big part?
that's definitely a big part.
A big part.
100% a big part. I mean, if I didn't get into the gym, like we didn't really have much of a relationship. When I started going to the gym, we started to click and started working out together, and then like I did more research, and he doesn't like when I do research because like he's like, oh,
He's old school like that.
he's old school, no research, no nothing, get in the gym, get out, do his thing. He goes to the gym, he's like, oh, what am I gonna do today? Finds out 5 minutes before he gets into the gym, oh, I'm doing these muscle groups today. I'm not like that. I gotta have a plan, a set plan. So I mean, I follow a program. I like my program, it's pretty good, but it's also easier for me to go in there. Like I have my notebook, you guys know I have my notebook, I write everything down, try to keep track of everything. Not only is it good to keep everything written down for on keeping yourself on track, but it also is like it's good to have everything recorded too, kind of to document everything. I heard someone say, I think it might have been, maybe it was Joe Rogan or one of the other big podcasts, they were talking about, or actually no, false, it was Gary Vee. You know Gary Vee?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Gary Vee said it's better to document than to create, because obviously you're creating when you're documenting, but starting from scratch and starting from something new is harder to do rather than document the process, because you can document the process of anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know, after he said that, I kind of just took that and just ran with it and started documenting the gym process and all of that. So
And he seems like he's a big supporter, like on you about the gym stuff.
Yeah,
He does.
yeah.
He have Instagram?
yeah, he made me set up an Instagram on
Perfect.
his phone, so he follows me. He fucking he likes all my pictures. He comments. Sometimes it's a little weird comment, but it's cool.
Tell him about that comment you showed us, man. What was it? Old school, new school. What was it?
Yeah. Old school, no fool. That's
Like, what
but
does-
that's not what he said. But that's what he says all the time to me. He's like,
What
old
does that
school,
mean,
no
bro?
fool. I have no idea. No idea. He says it all the time. And
Do you
he's like, he said, I think the comment that he actually said was, new school is no fool or something. I don't even know. So something like that along those lines. But I died when I saw that, because I just know what he says, and he usually says like no school old school, no fool, and it's just like it's always something funny like that. So
do you feel like you're his like main like light now that you came back? Because I know you guys were like, I know it's a touchy subject, but I know you guys were like distant for a little bit, and then I guess it became
yeah,
more-
I mean he's not really close with his family, so
Yeah.
I'm really like the only one besides his wife that's really there. So I
Right.
think that definitely
played a big role.
definitely
I see
played a
that.
big role in him doing a little bit better and whatever, things like that, kind of like getting himself back on his feet. But he also still like he doesn't eat right sometimes, and like so
Yeah.
I pressure him about that, and we have arguments still to this day, and sometimes it's hard, but I feel like that's inevitable, especially with family. Like you're always gonna have arguments about any kind of topic.
But if you're not arguing, then something's wrong.
Yeah.
You always gotta be
100%.
communicating. You always gotta be bouncing ideas back and forth. And if you're
Yeah.
not doing that, then something's wrong. Definitely.
100%.
What about that baggage? How do you cope with that yourself? Because I know we dove
Baggages
in-
and
like just like life baggages in general for like mentally for like men in general. 'Cause I know like females deteriorate differently than males do. So like if someone like for you example in your everyday life, like if you want you can, but like what type of baggages do you experience? Like how do you cope with it yourself? Like what are some? Because I know we had a conversation on the phone recently. I think this was Saturday, I think, right? I'm not sure, but long story short,
Yeah, it was recent.
yeah,
It was
you
recent.
called me and like I actually never agreed with you. I was like annoyed by the way you said that, but you were like, oh, like the stress makes me like keep moving. Like I like that. Like I don't know if you remember
Oh,
that
this was the
comment.
text. This
Yeah.
was the text. This was like
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah,
This
that's
was
what I'm saying.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think being stressed actually is better for me at the end of the day, because like, it gets me up. You know what I mean? Like it keeps
Like how
me
though?
moving.
Like why do you like?
Because
that
if
doesn't
I'm
like
not
affect
stressed,
you
if I'm not
mentally?
stressed, then I'm not comfortable.
Right.
And I'd rather not be comfortable, because
Yeah,
when I'm
then-
comfortable, I sit there and I don't get anything done.
That's a great point.
So if I'm stressed, I'm getting more done. For me, I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, there's a difference between being like stressed and like overly stressed,
Yeah.
like to the point where it's like it's too much.
Yeah, I mean like overwhelmed stress. Like I didn't mean like I have like
but like
I have to
over-
turn in this at this time, or like I have to call the bank at whatever time and stuff like that.
Yeah, for me that doesn't seem too stressful, like things like that. Like I don't know. I really like to be to the point where like I'm thinking about a lot of stuff and I have to have a list that I gotta hit every day. Because if I don't hit that priority list, I'm even more stressed by the next day.
So you wake up with a to-do list every day, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it like something that you compose, or is it mandatory
Most of the
stuff
time
you need
I'll
to
go the night before, right before I go to bed, I'll write what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. And sometimes I add to that list. But I
Okay.
try to get everything done on
Now,
the list.
Let me ask you this, right? So
Yeah.
these are stressors and these are baggages you have now, right? If you completed the goals you had besides on that list, just in general mentally, right? And you
Mhm.
got rid of some of those stressors, do you think that you can carry on with that list? Because right now at the time, like let's factor in everything, and the biggest thing that takes a lot of time is what? It's two top things.
Oh, the gym?
I mean, that
what do you
doesn't really
mean?
take the two top things that take time of a man's life is
Oh, of a man's life,
Yeah.
period? Or
Yeah.
like my life
period.
specifically?
Men in general. It's two top things.
Two top things.
Two top things.
I don't even know. You say it.
Family and
Family.
relationship.
Yeah.
That's it.
Family and
Those
relationship.
are the two
really.
biggest things
Yeah.
that take up a man's life 100%. Time as well too. So like if as I said, if everything was completed in your goals wise and stressors are like calm down a little bit, do you
Yeah.
think you'd still make a list if you had to balance? I know right now in your perspective you're not really looking out for a specific relationship in general, but if you had to balance that and also like everything was cool, like you had less stressors, do you think you would still have the same routine? Because I feel like
No,
a lot of
I
people
don't- I don't
start with a
think so.
routine and then they change it after things get smoother, like after you get comfortable.
Yeah.
That comfortable
Yeah,
thing you were saying.
that's my point. That's why I don't really want to be comfortable. I don't like
So you want to be
comfortable.
consistently uncomfortable.
You want to be doing
for
something
the rest
always
of your
at the
life,
same
like,
time.
consistently.
Basically, yeah.
Always something every day.
Yeah, always something. Maybe it's
But
not
is
always
that- is
something
that
new,
healthy,
but it's
though?
always something consistently every day. Always getting better. Always,
So-
always improving. You know what I mean?
Is that
That's how
healthy?
I look at it.
So-
Like I think stress makes you improve every day if you use it in that way.
So you're basically saying like, okay, so you achieve all your goals, right? You know, you become financially free, you have a family, whatever your goals are in life. You're still saying even if you achieve those things, you're saying that you always want to, be doing something. You always want to be
Yeah.
busy with something.
I
Yeah.
think it'll change. It'll definitely change when I hit that point.
Yeah.
But it won't change to the point where it's like I'm not doing much.
And what are your goals? What would you say your goals are in life?
Yeah. I mean, my goals in life, I want to be financially free. I want to be able to travel at my own leisure. Be able to go from whether it's Connecticut to Florida or Florida to Dubai or wherever. I want to be able to go back and forth.
In the Defender?
No, not in the Defender. No. I want to be able to fly.
All
I
right,
wanna
you
be able
gotta.
to fly.
all right.
At some point, obviously you got to hit little goals. You got to go from civilian class to first class. I don't know if you call it civilian class. I don't really know.
Just
Economy,
yeah.
my bad. All right,
No, it's
so I want
okay.
to go from economy to first class, and then have my own charter, and then my own jet at some point. I mean, obviously that's far out in the future.
You gotta
but,
have big goals,
Hey,
bro.
I mean,
yeah.
big goals is the only way
Fish it
to
out.
keep on moving.
Yeah.
So, at some point, I'd like to have a yacht. I'm not even a big fan of the water, but
He won't get on. I know.
I know he won't. Yeah.
I know it's good. It's good to
Make
have
it
a.
back to shore.
Yeah, well, bro, wait, yeah, you can swim, bro.
You
Why
know.
tripping like that, man?
I don't do like oceans and lakes and stuff.
No,
like
I'm not a
that.
big fan of oceans.
Yeah.
I really am
You know,
not.
there's-
If I can't see underneath me, you got me on the boat. Nope.
I was a swimmer, right?
Yeah.
But if I can't see what's below me,
That
I'm not going in. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? If I can see what's below me, I'm
No, no,
perfectly
no, I'm
fine. I can do
100%.
that. If I can
if
see
I
what's
can't
below
see
me,
what's below me, you got me.
Fuck that.
Nope. Maybe I'd help out with the gym. Maybe I'd buy some new equipment or something like that at some
Yeah.
point when I hit that point. Because like I like working there.
But why
I
don't
like
you
working
just
out there.
build your own gym at that point? Like why
But
invest?
he-
But
he's
where
say- he's-
where
he's
would I
saying-
build? Where would I'm because he's asking
saying
asking to help out the community. I probably
Yeah, if
wouldn't
you-
build my own
if you
gym
had
in
the
our
money.
area.
No, he's saying like walking into a gym, right? Like maybe that like it's been there like since like 19 Shkulmensky, whatever, you know how long it's been there.
Yeah.
And then he goes in there, maybe buys
Yeah.
some new equipment, something like that for the youth.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
Yeah,
oh, that's
exactly,
fine. Like
exactly.
I thought like for you personal use, I was like, if you're gonna do that, you might as well just.
No, not my
Right, okay.
personal
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
if
saying
you're
like I
like-
used to work out there, so
Yeah.
like well I still work out there now. But if I get
100%.
to the point where you know I have my own gym or whatever, and I used to work out at a place to give back to the community, I feel like why not? Why not renovate it or throw a
Absolutely.
little bit of money? I mean,
Absolutely.
no offense to the owner now, but he doesn't really do much to the place. You know, he it's kind of
You saw them ellipticals, bro, with the TVs. What are you talking about, man?
yeah, bro. Ellipticals that who uses that? Nobody
You
uses.
gotta go
that.
on. You don't know. Maybe they're good. You know, they're good for cardio. You cutting, right? Go, give it a little, you know.
Yeah, no, but going back to that. So what is like? Because you were talking about anxiety earlier. I know that like in
Yeah,
terms of, like,
anxiety and
men.
stress. Kind of they're very similar, very close.
Well, how do you like? Because I know all three of us cope with anxiety like mad differently,
I'd say like
a lot different.
I'd say that.
Because like I know you do it different. Sorry to cut you off, babes. I know you do it differently. I do it differently, and he does it differently. So like, what is like? I feel like one of us does it like really weird. I think I've heard from one of us. I don't know who.
Deals with like anxiety. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like weird.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I distance myself. So if that's
is
what
that
you're
how
talking
you
about,
deal with it?
when I deal with anxiety,
Yeah.
because like so for me when I'm dealing with something like that, I notice that I really gotta sit down and focus, and I gotta focus on what I need to get done.
Right.
So it's easier for me to like distance myself from everyone, not in a bad way, not like
Right.
be like like fuck you, I don't want to talk
Yeah.
to you. No, it's just all right, I gotta get this done, like whatever. So it's easier for me to do it like that because obviously then I can focus on it and I can really make sure that I get done whatever I need to get done.
Right.
So I kind of do that. I know he kind of does that a little bit once in a while. Distance yourself. You don't really do that.
No, I like. It's
You try
weird.
to bring some help.
What do you mean?
Like you try to have us like help you.
Well, like yeah,
Not in a bad way.
Nah, like,
not, like I
it's-
just mean like you want the help and it's like the help is good. The help is needed.
Well, yeah. It's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
of like I like first like as you were saying like both of you like hide your emotions a lot like as a man and like I do too to like other people. All right, I do too to like like just in general like just like females and just like other people I'm not comfortable with. Like when I get comfortable with somebody like I'm just open. Like I'm just like, yo, I feel like this today. I feel like that today, or I'm in love with this person in 2 days, or like this, or I
Yeah,
need that,
yep,
right? You know what
yep.
I'm saying? Like I'll be
Mhm.
honest about it, but it's like I'm not gonna bug you to help me. It's like I'll express myself. I know you're about to laugh at that statement. I'll express myself, but like I'm not gonna like I don't like guilt trip you about it. You know what I'm saying? But I also let it
Yeah.
push me, and I know you guys get annoyed because I'll be like I'll use that anxiety to like type stuff that we need to do like for our business in general. I'm like, yo guys, I'm freaking out, so we got to do this and this and this. I know you get annoyed with that, but yeah, that's my way of how I cope with it.
I don't really get annoyed. I think it's
Yes, you
just
get-
all right.
you
I get a
pressed
little
when
annoyed.
when I
once in
take
a
it out in the
while.
chat instead of controlling it.
Yeah, but I also feel like it's different when you text versus when you call. Like when we used to hop on a call and talk about everything, it's more of a relaxed thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and I think that's just how texts are in
Comes-
general
yeah,
because
true,
text
true.
can come across very like very aggressive
Thick,
or very
yeah,
needy or
heavy.
very like
Right.
you don't really know how they're really meaning it
Exactly.
to come across, and
Yeah.
it's way easier to understand someone over the phone. So I feel like talking to someone over the phone or
Way
you
better.
know on FaceTime
10
or anything
times.
like that. You can actually hear them speak and you can hear their tone of voice, because otherwise you'll read something and you'll be like, oh, I mean, I don't know what he was trying to say, but fuck him. Like, he was just being a dick. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, or
Right.
whatever it is. But so I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I don't know. Like for me, like I feel the most anxiety when I'm like about to go to sleep. Like I'll be tired like throughout the day, right? And like once I start winding down and once I like I lay in my bed, all the thoughts for some reason just come at night. You know, all those thoughts just come at night, and I find myself like sometimes like I'll fall asleep eventually, but it'll sometimes just be an hour, sometimes 2 hours. I'll just be laying on my bed just thinking, and like one thing that obviously like I'm sure has helped you guys like deal with anxiety is like because maybe before we saw all this we didn't know what we were gonna do in life. You
Yeah.
know? So like I was in a trade school to be a HVAC technician, but like did I really want to do that? You know? I didn't really want to do that as well, too much, but I don't know. I think you were trying to become a pilot,
Yeah.
but you put
Still
that,
will, but
still. I mean, I'm
just-
not never
it's
gonna
hot-
fly with you.
it's
but-
not- yeah,
You got
it's-
Tom. You got Tom
yeah, it's
Cruise out
time.
there he's got like 17 license for everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can do anything you
That's what
want
I'm
at
saying.
any time of your life, and it's always easier to do it once you're like a little more successful. It's always easier and quicker because you can always keep going and use that. You know what I'm saying? So
But I found that like, starting all this, has like took off a great load off of the anxiety.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think
A
if
lot.
the creativeness behind this, because I mean, like, it was really just like rock bottom, like random, like, and then we just put ideas and just mix it up, and it was born,
Yeah.
and that was it.
And I will say too, like we said earlier, like me and him both have this problem, but like we don't talk about our emotions. And I think like nowadays,
I don't like that, by
Huh?
the way. I don't like that.
Listen, that's how I've always been. I'm sure that's how he's always been. We just don't. We just
It was
keep
fine,
everything-
like, I don't-
I'm telling you right now, it's not good. I think that's also something that a lot of men like deal with. Like they just don't let their emotions out.
No,
they
yeah.
they don't have people to talk to about that.
Well,
Sometimes they don't have people.
because
to talk to.
I've both of you guys have lacked a couple times. I've caught both of you like expressing a couple times. I think it's just like how you're feeling in the week. Like because trust me, like I obviously do the same thing. I'm not like over here like calling you guys like when I'm like sad or something like that. Like it'll be like over. I think the most times I call you is for like female advice. I think that's a common like man thing to do. Like just call and be like, "Yo, I'm overthinking about this. Like, what's your opinion?"
Can you sing on the mic?
No, no one's saying that. I'm never saying that to a girl either.
So the thing is, I used to be very vocal with my emotions.
Oh yeah, you still
Like,
are.
No.
Yes.
Okay, well,
You
when it
just
comes to
pulled
like
back
certain
because there's
things,
nothing drawing you right now. Like you're not plugged in. Pause. But
plugged
like,
in female wise, correct?
Exactly. So
Like-
like there's nothing to
Yeah,
speak about.
yeah.
'Cause, like,
But
regardless-
see, I also feel like now after so many times of like going down that hole of girls are just like they kind of just screw you over. You know what I mean? I feel like you can agree that I don't really want to share those emotions anymore. I don't have the reason. I don't have like until the right one comes along.
Exactly.
I don't think I'll even attempt. And that means she's got to show me that she wants it more than me.
You gotta tell the future that whoever that future
I don't need to tell her anything. She's got to be the one that figures that out on her own. Otherwise, all right, she's gone too.
But I'm just like you have a very like interesting taste, by the way. I know
In
like,
women?
really random. Yeah. Like just
Interesting taste.
Characteristic
So
taste. Not
brunette.
No, not that. Like characteristic trait. Like personal characteristic trait. Like she got to do this for me. Like
But I didn't say she has to do that.
no,
for
but
me.
like
I
that.
said-
That's your preference. So, like that's what you want. You're like this is. You're
What-
like,
what is it?
You're like,
Say
you're,
it, say it,
You're like
say it,
picking
'cause
a
I'll-
car. You're like I want this option, that option, that option. Like you're like so particular with that. Like you're like
No,
I
I
need this.
know. See, for me, I want her to like to do at least some things that I like to do.
Yeah, I think every guy.
Not all, but like if she doesn't go to the gym, I'm not gonna connect with her, unfortunately. Like I don't think I'll have a
So
connection.
the gym is hands down. You have to have a gym, bro.
She doesn't need to be as into the gym as me, but she has to be able to go to the gym at least.
She has to
3
be
times a week.
physical fit.
Physically fit, yes.
Physically
yeah,
fit.
Yeah. Like she has to be going to the gym once in a while and want to actually work out and
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Oh boy.
Like you just said, you just mentioned of how you want your future wife or girl to be, right? But I'm not gonna lie, you be looking all the wrong places to find a broad. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I definitely
But I don't.
think-
But I'm not gonna lie. Like I've literally made that account like 2 days ago because I was bored.
there's a thing called Tinder, right?
But Tinder's worse.
Overrated.
Tinder, you got girls that are like
I didn't even know if
got
dating
got
was a thing,
fucking
bro.
STDs from other universes.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even.
That's
you
that's
don't
a
even
statement.
wanna.
That's crazy
That's a
right there. Bro.
statement.
That's crazy right there.
That's a fact.
That's a statement.
That's
crazy.
a fact though.
Hey,
That's
bro,
a fact,
yo,
and you know.
I
it.
know some people that have met some like love on Tinder. Bro.
Who?
I mean,
Who?
you don't know them, but like
I know my cousin
I
and
literally
and
rizzed
her
up-
new boyfriend met off Tinder,
yeah.
but they're not
keep it up.
they're not the same. They're not the same.
I literally
like,
rizzed like my boy's girlfriend now, and they've been dating for like 3 years for him on Tinder with my pickup line. Swear,
and they've been dating for 4 years.
3 now.
See, but like I feel like that's a once in a lifetime thing. Like I don't think
That-
that's
no,
But like
really,
I was the sentence starter, and it kicked off from there.
I don't know.
I'm serious. I'll get the screenshot for you later on, and maybe like I'll have him post it up or something if he still has.
Do you
it.
know how rare that is though to find love on like a dating?
That's
app,
my
though?
point. That's my point. That's why like I don't take that seriously. I'm not trying to find
Just
somebody
use your
on there.
eyes.
I'm not even trying to find someone that
Use
like,
your eyes.
I thought you said use your ex.
No, I said use
Yeah,
your
I thought
eyes.
you said that
No,
too.
of course
I
not.
looked at him like,
No, I just meant like
no
use
way.
your eyes, like just like trust me. You'll
But
like open
use
your eyes to like
around. All right.
Like-
Stop
so
going to D West, you know.
Can we?
No,
Can
no,
we?
no, I
Can
meant-
we
I meant,
open
like-
your? Can we open your eyes a
my
little
eyes
bit?
are open.
Nah, your eyes are closed halfway.
I mean, I'm.
You got some blindness going on because
I mean-
you be walking into the gym and seeing one. To this.
Okay, so we're talking about men's mental health, right? Like at the end of the day, like we touch base on like how we all control like our anxiety, right? Now, I guess my question is, and I know last episode we were talking about this, is like, have any of you, and this is probably a dumb question, you're probably gonna say yes, but like, have any of you like dealt with like, it's gonna get controversial, but serious depression, like throughout
Serious
your
depre-
life,
but like I don't like when you do this because you just did it on 2 different words.
like
Usually you do it on like
just,
one.
just serious and then depression.
Serious depression.
Yes, is what I meant by that. I don't know why that was complicated, but okay.
But like serious as in how? Because depression is
like
serious in general, but, I
like
don't know if
as
it
in
gets
like
worse.
you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed because I'm so depressed. My life sucks. Like this is going on.
I think
my parents got
think-
divorced. I can't do this now. Like etc.
I will definitely say from my view, there's depression and being sad are two different things. That's what I
Absolutely,
would say.
No,
100%. I would agree.
I can see like if like let's say I have a friend. He's like, yo, I'm depressed. He's saying I'm depressed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you depressed? He's like, my fucking Xbox doesn't work. Like, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But if he called me right and he's like, yo, my mom just died, I can
Absolutely,
get that.
yeah.
That's
100%.
what I think people don't. Like,
That's more like a groove than depression. Like you can't label yourself depressed. Like you're grieving, dude. Like you're not depressed. You're
Yeah,
grieving. Like,
yeah,
I don't hate the term. I just like I don't like it when it's not used right.
exactly.
Not you, just in
100%.
general.
No,
like
no.
I feel like a lot of like men and females like categorize it and use it as an excuse for like the most idiotic stuff
Bro, I'm
in
telling
general.
Yeah, I agree. With
Like
that.
it is the
I-
biggest guilt tripper.
Absolutely.
Like promise. But
Absolutely.
carry on that.
But no, like I just like I think like we gotta categorize it in terms of like what depression is in terms
Right.
of like if like you have a family member that died or
Right.
you had a pet that meant a lot to you, something like that I can understand. But when you wake up in the morning, you're texting me like I'm depressed. And I'm like, why are you depressed, bro? I'm like, my Xbox doesn't work. I'm like, you're alive. You have a fucking house over your head, right?
Right.
You're eating food. What are you tripping about? Yeah. That's what that's why. Maybe it's just me because I was born in I was born here, but I lived in another country
right.
where you don't play that shit.
That's agreed. That's agreed.
I'm sure you can agree. You also know the culture different too as well. But if you say some shit like that, like they'll be straight up like,
Yeah.
you're eating right. You got a place over
Exactly.
your head.
Got a roof over. Yep.
you
That's
know,
it.
Like you can
That's
go
it.
outside. Your friends are
Yep.
you're straight.
That's it.
That's I think like that's how it should.
So
be,
you think personally you haven't experienced anything
In my
of that
life,
sort.
like, trust me,
Or you haven't
I've been sad,
right, but
You
it's
know,
not.
I haven't like, you know, thanks God, I haven't like had
Right.
like anybody in my
But you-
family like deal
yeah.
with like death and like
But you don't
die,
think
pass away.
you've been born with
I
it,
haven't, no,
right?
no.
Exactly. Okay.
No,
All right.
it hasn't.
It's
I
all
haven't,
in the mind, isn't it?
I think it's something that happens to a person.
Yeah.
That's
Mentally,
not,
right?
Mentally, yeah.
Exactly.
Something that happens to the person, but not like you're born with
Yeah.
it. I'm a baby. I'm just fucking
Exactly.
Have depression.
What about you, Big
Doesn't
A?
work.
If you asked me that question a year and a half, 2 years ago, I'd say yes.
I'm so sorry. You should have seen his face.
When I was smoking, every day, and I went down that rabbit hole, just
Right.
basically getting high every day. I think I went down that hole of like, oh, I'm so depressed, I'm this, that.
It was the weed, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the weed definitely plays a
100%,
huge role in
100%.
it. Because once you get off of it, it's like you can be upset, but
Just-
it's not the same.
Your
It's not the
mind's
same.
dull. Like
Yeah.
that's how it is for a little bit. You're so dull. And
Yeah,
You're like
and you're like you're so down on yourself. Like you put yourself down, and it's like
because of the calmness it gives you, like your brain starts to like just consistently feels that, and that's what makes it like the
Yeah.
dullness of like
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
a good
it's not the
feeling.
vibe,
It's not a
man.
good feeling. So
not it.
anyone who is on weed, get off weed.
That
Strong
reefer
statement.
fuck you up.
Once in a while is good, maybe not. We'll see.
Absolutely not. So all right, but what do you? I guess do you think it's more of like something you've been born with, or just mentally?
Born with?
Yeah, because I've literally been attacked by like people before saying, "Oh, like depression is something you're
Can
born
I ask
with."
you a question?
I don't think it doesn't run in your no. You make yourself depressed.
Okay.
Or not even like you make yourself depressed, but you control your own mind, and if you're not controlling your own mind, you're getting controlled by it, and that's when you go down that hole of being depressed.
Right.
Like I was letting my mind control me rather
Absolutely.
than me control my own mind.
Exactly.
And once I started getting off the weed and started controlling my own mind again, it was like everything switched.
Like a bubble.
Everything switched.
Just
But
like that.
there are people that can't control their own mind, that have never been on weed, never did alcohol, and they just let it control them, and they go down that rabbit hole too.
Right.
Now, my grandma is very depressed per se because my grandpa passed away, and she's been in that rabbit hole for now like 5 years about like she doesn't want to get up, she doesn't want to do
Yeah.
anything. Like it's very depressing or it's very sad watching in on it, because it's like she can get out of that.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to.
You gotta
She
change that.
wants to be the one that has everyone look at her and loathe her and be the one that is giving her attention now. She's a very attention hungry person. So it's like she kind of does that a lot now. And I think it's gotten to the point where it's like she just wants the attention.
That's it.
And so it's hard to watch from an outsider's perspective on something like that. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that do that, and it's sad. It's sad because it's like they can get out of it, but they don't want to get out of their own way. So
Can I ask you a question, EJ? If you don't mind me asking this. But to touch on, the topic with you, would you say that, because I know that you've said you've touched on it. You don't talk about it a lot, but you have said that, you and your dad are like do not talk that much.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes would you say like in your life like you wish like has that ever given you that sense? What are you doing, bro? He can tell me, bro, if he needs me. He can wait, no, bro.
please carry on.
Anyway, would you say that that have you ever maybe felt like a glimpse of that because he wasn't there for you when you like
If you're asking, and like I don't want to take too much time to explain this, but if you're asking if like I have daddy issues or something like that, like it's a very like difficult topic to touch on with like, because I know like some people generally do, so I don't want to like speak on it too much. But at the end of the day, no, not really. It kind of actually driven me more forward. Like I never like I miss it because like I always find like, this sounds really weird to say, but like men that like feel that void, if that makes sense, like guys that are like, oh, okay, like cool, I can do this now with this guy, or like for example, like I'm not gonna name specific stuff, but in the gym, right, started working out with someone's grandpa, and I know it sounds a bit weird, but like it like filled the void of like dude, like it's just kind of cool, like I have someone that's like, it's kind of like a mentor, like I have someone that's like up there. It's nice to have, but no, it didn't push me away. It just kind of made me
shift your focus?
push me more forward. But Yeah, we can touch about that, very soon. Maybe the next pod, probably. But I think it's that time of the day. Feel me? It's looking like it.
All right.
So what's the word of the day today?
How about tremendous?
Tremendous.
What kind of meaning does that have?
Tremendous day. We're gonna have a tremendous
All right,
day.
fine. Be positive. Be positive. Tremendous
Let's
week.
stay positive. It's Mental Health Month for men, and
True.
we should keep it as positive as possible
I
because
agree.
I mean, why look at mental health in a negative aspect? There's no reason. Let's keep it as positive as possible and just help everyone keep thriving.
Bless. Amen. Yeah, I agree with that. Tremendous. So,
All right. Well,
all right, folks.
we'll see you guys on the third episode.
You know what it
and
is?
Have a great night.
Wednesdays and Fridays. Check us out. We'll be here. Midnight Mindset. Out. We're out.